You've probably heard that saying, right? That one book can change your life. But what if it was five? What if five books could fundamentally rewire the way you see, well, everything? Today, that's exactly what we're going to explore. So let me just ask you straight up. What if five books could completely change how you see success, love, and even happiness? I know it's a huge claim, but trust me, the concepts we're about to walk through are that powerful. Okay, so let's dive in. Before we even get to the books, we need to be on the same page about what mindset really is. It's not just about, thinking positive. A much better way to think of it is like, it's the operating system for your life. It's the software that's always running in the background, that deep belief system that actually determines your outcomes. So here's the game plan for our time together. We're going to start by building the foundation for this new way of thinking. Then we'll get the tools to navigate all those challenges life throws at us. From there, we'll figure out how to find our inner compass. And finally, we'll put it all together into a brand new blueprint for life. All right, let's get into it. First up, building your foundation. See, before we can really start working on our internal world, we got to get a handle on the external stuff. I'm talking about our daily actions and our core connections with other people. So our first book is called The Micro Habit Blueprint, and it tackles a problem that, let's be honest, we've all faced. You set this massive, amazing goal, like, I'm going to write a novel, or I'm going to get into the best shape of my life, and then you just freeze. You get completely paralyzed by how huge the task feels. This is a total shift in thinking. The old mindset gets you stuck staring at this giant mountain, feeling completely overwhelmed. The new mindset from this book says, hey, forget the mountain. Seriously. Instead, you just focus on one tiny, manageable step. And that, right there, is how you build unstoppable momentum. And this is the core idea, the big secret. Forget the big goal. Just focus on the tiny daily action. You're not trying to write a whole chapter. You're just writing 100 words. You're not doing a full hour at the gym. You're just doing 10 push-ups. When the step is that small, it's pretty much impossible to fail, right? Okay, let's move on to relationships. Our second book, The Aligned Heart, completely changes how we approach them. So many of us spend years searching for the perfect person, the one who checks every single box on our list. This is a shift away from that superficial checklist mentality to something way, way deeper. Instead of looking for a perfect puzzle piece to just slot into your existing life, the idea is to find someone you can build a whole new foundation with. And that foundation is built on shared core values. This one question just reframes everything. It moves you beyond that fleeting feeling of love and gets right to the core of a partnership. Are we even heading in the same direction? Do we actually want the same kind of life? Okay, so now that we have the foundation in place, we need the internal tools to handle whatever life throws at us. This next section is all about building that inner resilience and learning how to master your perspective. And that brings us to our third book, Grit and Grace, The Art of Resilient Living. This one is for anybody who's ever faced a huge setback, like losing a job you were passionate about, and just felt like a complete and utter failure. And here's where we see another profound reframe. It is so easy to see a job loss as a final failure, but this new mindset challenges you to see it as a redirection. That changes the entire equation. The battle isn't success versus failure, it's action versus inaction. And that right there is the central lesson. The real failure isn't getting knocked down, it's choosing not to get back up. Resilience is born from action, from learning, and from growing right through the middle of the challenge. Okay, let's move on to our fourth book, The Perspective Principle. This one tackles something we all struggle with: how to actually be happy, especially when things aren't really going our way. Look at this contrast. It's huge. It's so easy to fall into that old mindset where our happiness is just a victim of our circumstances. But the new mindset, it hands the power right back to you. It argues that your reality isn't defined by what happens, but by the perspective you choose to take. And let's be super clear, this is not about toxic positivity or just ignoring your problems. It's a conscious, active practice of choosing where you put your energy. It's about practicing gratitude, reframing challenges, and taking back control of your own focus. And now we've come to the final piece of the puzzle, this fifth book. This is the capstone. It takes all the hows we've learned, how to build habits, how to be resilient, and it gives them a really powerful why. And you can see how this all fits together, like a pyramid. We've laid the groundwork, step by step, the habits, the values, the resilience, the perspective.
But what directs all of that? Well, that's the final piece at the very top. From our 5th book, Discovering Your Inner Compass. It's about finding your purpose, your true north.
And this might be the biggest takeaway of all. You stop chasing success or happiness like there's some destination you have to get to. Instead, they just become the natural result, the byproduct, of living a life that is in alignment with who you truly are. So, let's bring it all home and recap these 5 core lessons as one single, integrated philosophy for your life. This is your new mindset blueprint. Here it is, your new blueprint. Number 1, focus on the tiny daily action. 2, build relationships on shared values. 3, see setbacks as redirection, not failure. 4, choose your perspective to define your reality. And number 5, let your purpose guide every single action you take. So these 5 ideas can form a powerful new mindset. But now I really want to pass the question over to you. What is the one book that has truly changed your mindset? Think about it, because that answer, it might just reveal a whole lot about your own inner compass.